You know that feeling when something is just wrong?
Join Weekly Hacks now.
That's exactly what investigators felt when they examined the photos on Lisanne Froon's camera. What they found defied logic. April 1st, 2014. Kris Kremers, 21, and Lisanne Froon, 22, were living their dream gap year in Panama. These weren't your typical backpackers. They'd spent 6 months planning everything down to the last detail. Volunteer work with local kids, host families, the whole 9 yards. The Pianista Trail seemed perfect for a quick day hike. Popular with tourists, well marked, nothing too challenging. They packed light, just water, snacks, and Lisanne's Canon PowerShot camera. Here is where things get weird. The last normal photo shows Kris standing on a wooden bridge at 1:05 p.m. She is smiling, completely relaxed. But after that, radio silence for hours. When they didn't return that night, their host family knew something was seriously wrong. These girls were the type who'd text if they were 5 minutes late. Search teams scoured the jungle for weeks. Nothing. It's like they just vanished. Then, 10 weeks later, a local woman found Lisanne's backpack by the Culebra River, 14 miles from where they disappeared. The contents were surprisingly intact despite months in humid jungle conditions. Both phones, the camera, cash, sunglasses, everything dry. The phones told part of this story. Starting at 4:30 p.m. on April 1st, someone had frantically tried calling emergency services over and over, but the jungle blocked all signals. The attempts continued for days, with the phones being turned on and off, probably to save battery. Now here's the part that will give you chills. Lisanne's camera continued 90 additional photos taken after that final bridge shot. Photos spanning several days, most taken at night, in complete darkness, using the flash. Think about that for a second. Why would two experienced hikers take random photos in pitch black conditions? The nighttime images showed seemingly random objects. Tree branches, rocks, the forest floor. Some appeared to show makeshift trail markers, as if someone was desperately trying to signal for help. A few images seemed to show clothing tied to branches. But the timestamps? That's what made investigators' blood run cold. The final photos were taken 8 days after their disappearance. 8 days during which someone had that camera. The most disturbing detail is, despite 90 additional photos, not one clearly showed either girl alive after the bridge photo. For two friends who had been documenting everything, this sudden absence of selfies was haunting. 2 months after finding the backpack, human remains began appearing along the same river system. DNA confirmed everyone's worst fears. These were Kris and Lisanne. But even the physical evidence raised questions. The condition of the remains seemed inconsistent with the timeline. Some bones appeared unusually bleached. Lisanne's foot was found still in her hiking boot. Boots looked almost new, not what you'd expect after weeks of jungle hiking. The official conclusion is they got lost and succumbed to the elements. The photos were desperate survival attempts. Many people aren't convinced. The pristine backpack, the mysterious photos, the condition of the remains, it all feels like pieces of different puzzles forced together. Some theories suggest they encountered someone with bad intentions. Others believe they stumbled upon illegal activities, unfortunately common in remote Central American areas. The darkest theory, though, is that someone else controlled that camera during their final days. 10 years later, we still don't have real answers. Those 90 photos exist as digital evidence of something we may never understand. Two young women walked into the jungle and never walked out. Their camera documented their final week, but is proven to be an unreliable witness. Sometimes having all the evidence makes a mystery worse, not better. The case of Kris Kremers and Lisanne Froon is exactly that kind of mystery.